brother teacher. The next two or three videos that I do, somewhere around this one, you will see me talking about some issues that are close to many people's hearts, and that's family. And I'm going to talk about these for a good reason, and that is just simply so many families have been separated and estranged in and around me. Um, and to some degree, even my own family. And I have observed over the years so many different families struggling uh, to deal with one another, members, that is, of the families, dealing with one another and having I guess you can say, the emotional glue that they should have. Instead, they have separated themselves for maybe a plethora of reasons, but nonetheless they've separated themselves, and this just should not be, because family is all that we have. It is the most important thing that we have in this world. When we do have family, is to have family. I hope you follow what I just said. In other words, if you do have family members and you're not communicating, that's terrible. So let me attack it from this end. If you have children that are grown and they rarely call you. And if you're the mom or the dad, it doesn't matter, or both. And your children seem to be independent and on their own. They're out and about. They have their own apartment or home, and they even have their own children, family, maybe a husband and wife, and so forth. So, how long is too long for your grown child to reach out to you and just call and say, "Hi, mom, dad, how are you doing?" How long is too long? Is it a day, a week, a month, 2 months, 6 months, or even a year? Too long for your grown child not to contact you, mom and dad. So, I heard a statement that came through my mother one day, some years ago, and my children, for the most part, are all grown. And I made a statement to my mom about uh, my uh, son, one of my sons, not calling me on a regular basis. Not that I expect him to ring my phone off the hook, but he used to early on, and then he just, for some reason, stopped. But to his credit, I can say that he has his own children, his own family, and so forth. So I still don't think or believe that that's a good enough reason not to contact your father when you have a family, or your mother for that matter. So my mother made a statement to him, or asked him, "Why doesn't he call me?" He responded, and there was no malice in this when he responded. I'm certain, because he respects me highly. He said, "Well, Dad can call me too." And then my mother responded that that's not the point. You came here through him and your mom. It wasn't the opposite way around. So let me just jump on that statement I just made. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes two people, a male and a female, a man and a woman, to have a child. You bring them into the world. And they owe to you nothing monetary, but they owe to you, they owe to us minimally the respect to see us with reverence on such a level where they just pick up a phone, stop by and visit, send a letter, something to say, "Hi, mom," and "Hi, dad." For your child not to contact you, mom or dad or both, for several months. But if they happen to be in the neighborhood, they drop by, something is wrong with that picture. If your child cannot pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Dad, I just called to say hi. I didn't want anything. I want to see how you were doing. Is everything okay? Is there anything I can do for you?" Or, "Hey, Mom," have both of y'all on the phone. "Hey, Mom and Dad, uh, how are y'all doing? Did you have a great day?" This sort of thing. Minimally. You don't have to have a conversation for an hour with your parents on the phone. Excuse me. Strike that word parents. With your mom and dad. You don't have to have a conversation for 30 minutes. Just at least, minimally, make a phone call just to check up on your mother and your father. Just to say hello and to let them know that you're thinking about them. At the very least. And when you don't do that, it shows a great deal of disrespect. Because there's nothing in your life, and your life is not that full, where you can't contact those two people that are responsible for your life, for you being here. Now, there are going to be some people who perhaps are not going to like what I said. It doesn't matter. There are going to be some people who say, well, I talk to my daughter or son once every 6 months or once a year, and they're in Germany in the military and so forth. Okay, there might be exceptions to the rule. There might be some things that may be okay with you, the mom or dad, as it relates to the conversation. Come see, come saw. I guess that's your viewpoint. But I'm saying, teacher saying, if your children are living and you're living, mom and dad, your children, your grown children, owe it to you to communicate with you on a regular basis. At least, this is me, at least a couple times a month. You don't have to call your mom and dad every single day and talk to them for 20, 30 minutes. Unless you want to, unless that's something that you just do traditionally. But me, if my child calls me and says, "Hey, Dad, how you doing? I love you. I just wanted to check in." Okay, I'm good. Talk to you later. I love you too. And that's it. I have to have a long, drawn-out conversation unless there's a particular subject matter that we are discussing. You follow? So, my question to you is, what do you think your children should do? What do you believe that your children should do when they're grown? Should they just disregard you, the mom and dad, because they have children and a wife or a husband of their own and they've moved on, so to speak, and they've ignored mom and dad? What I'm really saying in essence is this, ladies and gentlemen. Life is short. Many of you have heard me say this before. Life is indeed short. We're only going to be here one time in this body. So, once we're gone, it's too late to say I'm sorry. It's too late to say all of the things that you wanted to say when your mom and dad were alive. It's over. The only thing that you're inviting in now is perhaps going to be guilt. What I should have done and what I could have done, but I just simply didn't. What do you think? This is Brother Teacher. I'm out.